I call the Maplewood City Council meeting to order on Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the Kickapoo.
Here, I'm sorry, I don't think it's working.
Okie dokie smoky. We good? Okay, so for those joining us on Zoom, I just called the meeting to order and I was going through the land acknowledgement, so I'll repeat that. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the Kickapoo, Osage, Miami, Iroquois, and Great Sioux Nation people. Please rise and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, item number 4, please.
Councilmember Crossley.
Here.
Councilmember Fockingham. Councilmember Homa.
Here.
Mayor Knapper.
Here.
Councilmember Page.
Here.
Councilmember Phillips.
Here.
Madam Mayor, quorum is present.
Thank you. May I have a motion to excuse?
So moved.
Councilmember Sean Fockingham, let me get that out, brother. Okay. I have a motion.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 6.
Approval of the council agenda.
May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 7, please.
Public forum.
At this time, if you are joining us in chambers, you are welcome to step to the podium and provide public comment. If you step to the podium and you're going to speak, please be sure to hold the button on the microphone down the entire time. If you're joining us via Zoom and you would like to provide a comment, please raise your Zoom hand and Mr. Reese will call upon you.
Oh, Mayor, there are no hands shown.
All right, thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 8.
Announcement.
Just one announcement tonight. Join us on Thursday, January 26th. That's this Thursday for the Parks Master Plan Open House. The event will be at City Hall from 5 to 7 p.m. If you cannot attend and have questions or comments, call Assistant Public Works Director Tiffany Hyde at 314-645-3640.
Madam Clerk, item number 9.
Approval of the January 10th, 2023 city council meeting minutes.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 10.
A resolution of the city council of the city of Maplewood, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to accept the bid of Muni Green Care Professionals in the amount of $171,524 for improvements to the Deer Creek Park sand volleyball court, baseball and soccer athletic fields, and related drainage facilities with a contingency of 7% or $12,007 for a total of $183,531.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion?
Just a follow-up question from a previous conversation we were having about this. Is any of this going to be covered by insurance?
Well, I was going to comment, if this is your question. We do expect to get reimbursed through FEMA as a result of the flood that occurred. We provided preliminary information last summer, and we'll be providing more information related to this work here, and we do expect to get reimbursed.
Great, thank you.
Any additional discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Crossley,
Yes.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips.
Yes.
Resolution 23-3 is approved.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 11.
A resolution of the City Council of the City of Maplewood, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with St. Louis County for placement of license plate recognition camera.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley.
Yes.
Resolution 23-4 is approved.
Madam Clerk, item number 12, please.
Bill 6216, an ordinance of the City Council, of the City of Maplewood, Missouri, amending ordinance 5573 of the Maplewood Code of Ordinances as amended by amending chapter 50, traffic and motor vehicles, section 50-203, stop intersection signs, by adding a stop sign for northbound Cherry Street traffic at the intersection of Elm Avenue.
That was the first reading. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Reese, was it community members that brought
Yes,
this to our attention? Would you speak to us on that, please?
sure. They brought this to Anthony Traxler, the Public Works Director. So along with Anthony driving it, I actually went out there as well, and it's a T intersection. It's an area that should definitely have a stop sign. I don't know how many years or decades it's gone without a stop sign, but it definitely warrants one. And that was its recommendation that Anthony made to me, and I approved it. So
Thank you.
it came from the residents.
It's great. Thank you. All right, any additional discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Madam Clerk, second reading, please.
Bill 6216, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Maplewood, Missouri, amending ordinance 5573 of the Maplewood Code of Ordinances as amended by amending chapter 50, traffic and motor vehicles, section 50-203, stop intersection signs, by adding a stop sign for northbound Cherry Street traffic at the intersection of Elm Avenue.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. The third and final reading will take place at the next council meeting. All right, Madam Clerk, item number 13, please.
Bill 6213, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Maplewood, Missouri, granting a conditional use permit to William and Jennifer Swift to allow an accessory dwelling unit at 7468 Maple Avenue.
May I have a motion to table the bill for the reading of the finding of facts?
Motion to table?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Madam Clerk, would you please read the finding of facts?
The mayor and city council make the following findings of fact for the petition for a conditional use permit to allow an accessory dwelling unit at 7468 Maple Avenue. A, the proposed use complies with all applicable provisions of the zoning code. B, the proposed use will contribute to and promote the community welfare and convenience. C, the proposed use will not cause substantial injury to the value of neighboring property. D, the proposed use does comply with the overall neighborhood development plan and existing zoning provisions. E, the proposed use will provide, if applicable, off-street parking and loading areas in accordance with the standards of the zoning code. F, the proposed use will not substantially increase traffic hazards. And G, the proposed use will not substantially increase fire hazards. H, the proposed use will not overtax public utilities. I, the proposed use will not place an undue burden on municipal services.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the finding of facts?
Motion to approve the finding of fact?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley,
Yes.
Councilmember Homa.
Yes.
May I have a motion to bring the bill back onto the table?
Motion to bring bill back to the table?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. That motion carries. May I have a motion to adopt the bill?
Motion to adopt the bill?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley,
Yes.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper.
Yes,
Ordinance number 6008 is approved.
thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 14.
Bill 6214. An ordinance of the City Council, of the City of Maplewood, Missouri, to rezone 3727 Oxford Avenue from SR Single Family Residential District to AB Arterial Business District.
Thank you. That was the final reading. May I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley,
Yes.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes,
Councilmember Page.
Yes.
Ordinance number 6009 is approved.
thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 15.
Bill 6215, an ordinance of the City Council, of the City of Maplewood, Missouri. Excuse me. Granting a conditional use permit to Brandon Burkle to allow short-term vacation rentals at 2320 Bellevue Avenue.
May I have a motion to table the bill for the reading of the findings of fact?
Motion to table the bill?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please read the findings of fact? Oh, excuse me. Yes. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, now, Madam Clerk, would you please read the findings of fact?
The mayor and city council make the following findings of fact. For the petition for a conditional use permit to allow short-term rentals at 2320 Bellevue Avenue. A, the proposed use complies with all applicable provisions of the zoning code. And B, the proposed use will contribute to and promote the community welfare and convenience. C, the proposed use will not cause substantial injury to the value of neighboring property. D, the proposed use does comply with the overall neighborhood development plan and existing zoning provisions. E, the proposed use will provide, if applicable, off-street parking and loading areas in accordance with the standards of the zoning code. F, the proposed use will not substantially increase traffic hazards. G, the proposed use will not substantially increase fire hazards. H, the proposed use will not overtax public utilities. I, the proposed use will not place an undue burden on municipal services.
Excuse me, thank you. May I have a motion to approve the findings of fact?
Motion to approve the findings of fact?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Crossley,
Yes.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes,
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
may I have a motion to bring the bill back onto the table?
So moved?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. May I have a motion to adopt the bill?
Motion to adopt the bill?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Homa,
Yes.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes,
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley.
Yes.
Ordinance number 6010 is approved.
thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 16.
Old business,
All right. Madam Clerk, item number 17.
the council communication.
Madam Clerk, item number 18.
mayor's report.
Thank you. First, Happy New Year to everyone. We're still in January, so I feel like I can say it. I apologize for missing the last meeting in our town hall. I was sick and you all did not want to be around me. But I'm very happy to be back. So, excuse me, I want to let you all know that I had a community member reach out to me about 2 weeks ago. And the community member is a renter on Bellevue. And the gentleman told me that he was having some difficulty now that his apartment building has been bought by another landlord, if you will. And so he wanted to talk with me about that, as well as the mixed income overlay that we had on our agenda in, I believe it was in December. It was in December. Excuse me, because that interested him. And so we met yesterday and he brought some of his neighbors with him. And I just want to pull up the meeting notes for a moment. Just bear with me while I get these. So I just want to let you all know that we have community members that are renters that have been with us for over 30 years. One community member has lived in that same apartment for 32 years. We have another community member that's lived in the same apartment in this building on Bellevue for 23 years. And then we have another elder gentleman who has lived in that apartment for 20 years. So we have renters that are a part of our community and have given to our community their time and their taxes. So, excuse me, it's very important to me that we continue to make sure that they can stay here. So some of the difficulties that they mentioned to me consist of their landlord not taking their check and depositing it. So by the landlord not doing that, it negatively affects their bank account. Or they'll try to pay their rent and they'll try to do that online and they'll use a payment portal, and the payment portal seems to always malfunction. And so because of that, they get a late fee on top of needing to, not being able to pay their rent. So of course that negatively affects them too, which causes them to become displaced. Because of that conversation that I had with them, there are two things that I'm going to discuss with council. One, I'm just going to give you an overview of what I'm going to do and bring to you for us to review and work on and bring to fruition. And the other, just to let you know what I've done thus far. So what I've done thus far is I've contacted the executive director of legal services for Eastern Missouri, and I have asked him if they have housing legal clinics. Because if they do, then what I'd like to see happen is that legal services has a housing legal clinic here, so we can have our community members attend it and ask any questions that they may have and see if they can get their issues resolved through legal services. Excuse me. So I called legal services on Monday and left a message, and then was able to get in contact with the executive director, emailed him directly, and Michael and Sean were CC'd on that. So he responded to me, the executive director responded and said that I would be in contact with the lead attorney for their housing division. And they're going to see if there's something that can be done in regards to like creating a clinic so our community members can go to that and see what solutions they can find so they're not displaced. So that's one. The other thing is, excuse me, we've been talking about ordinances that would help address issues of displacement of our renters, renters that have moderate income to low income. And I'm finally at a point now where I am comfortable and confident in bringing an ordinance to you all. I am working with commissioners of planning and zoning on this ordinance. And I'm gonna, once we get it, I'm gonna bring it to you because we need to start. I think it's time for us to start putting some ordinances on our books to help our renters to stay here. Because if we're gonna talk about maintaining affordable housing, it's not just the creation of it. It's ensuring that we don't have community members that are displaced. So that's coming. And then finally, I just want to let you all know, when we had the very brief conversation about the mixed income overlay, it was really just so you all could see what is happening in other states and other cities. Excuse me. At this time, I am going to request that Attorney Graves does research on that ordinance that is in Philadelphia and determine if such an ordinance would stand legal muster in the state of Missouri. And if it won't or cannot, then what can we do? Because I don't like no's. I like to try to get to a yes. So I guess really, again, Happy New Year. And in 2023, we are working to create ordinances that are going to ensure that our residents can stay here and not be displaced within the confines of the law. Put that up there. All right, that does not conclude my report, forgive me. The last thing that I want to say is the Missouri House of Representatives has added 8 bills that would negatively affect the LGBTQIA+ community. If you are in support of our community members, our trans babies, our trans adults, if you are in support of this community, please contact your representative and let them know that you do not support these bills. And it is getting ugly in these legislative streets. Please get the number for your state senator, for your state representative, and bother them to no end, because we need to support all of our community members. That concludes my report. Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 19.
City Attorney's report.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 20.
City Manager's report.
Thank you. Mayor and council have just one thing. Last night, Laura Miller and I attended the 2022 Green Business Challenge recognition. And this was basically attended by staff from cities and businesses. It was a nice recognition at the Botanical Gardens. My first time there, I've heard a lot about it, and so I'm excited to go. Anxious to go back and check it out. But so this was, I guess, many years ago. I think according to Laura, prior to her arriving at the city of Maplewood, we participated in the business challenge. But this is the first time we've participated in a while, and this is their 13th year of doing this green business challenge. So really, I see it as our first year really re-engaging. So, and we plan on participating again in 2020, 2023 and beyond. So just to highlight our top, not all of them, just highlight some of our top accomplishments. We had an electronics recycling event for residents and businesses. Over the course of the last year, we installed the EV charging station in the special business district. One of our employees in Public Works, Joe Watts, received his Master Gardener certification. And the last thing I want to mention, well, 2 last things. Under innovations, the Sustainability Commission has launched the development of a sustainability action plan that they're still working on. And under the leadership of Stephen Denson, the Sustainability Commission is leading the development of a Mid-County Sustainability Consortium, which is a collaboration with Brentwood, Clayton, of course, us, St. Louis County, Webster Groves, That's the consortium. So they really highlighted that last evening at the recognition. So we're going to highlight this on social media this week. We plan to put out a press release. We'll put it on our website. I think it deserves all that recognition. So I wanted to just bring this to your attention. And that's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, item number 21.
The public forum.
Forgive me. At this time, we have a public forum. If you would like to provide any comment, and you're joining us via Zoom, please raise your Zoom hand. Mr. Reese will call upon you. And again, those joining us in chambers, welcome to step to the podium.
There are no hands there.
All right, thank you. Forgive me, I just want to give a thank you and a shout out in advance to our Public Works Department because of what is coming. And we have an amazing Public Works Department. So yeah, thank y'all in advance.
We'll be ready.
I know. Like, we have the best streets when the snow comes. So thank y'all in advance. All right, may I have a motion to hold a closed session?
Motion to hold a closed session to discuss personnel matters.
second,
Any discussion? Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Mayor Knapper,
Yes.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips,
Yes.
Councilmember Crossley,
yes.
Councilmember Homa.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. We are going to go into closed session. For those joining us via Zoom, we will not return. For those in the chamber, we will return, but I don't think you want to wait here, but you're welcome to. All right.